Just 2 weeks before this stay, I stayed at the very first LivSmart by Hilton in Tullahoma, Tennessee. And today we're looking at only the second LivSmart Studios property in the world, the one in Kokomo, Indiana, which officially opened in October 2025. That makes this one of Hilton's newest hotel concepts, and for me it's exciting to see how the brand is already taking shape. The first thing I've noticed is just how standardized the concept already is. If you've seen the Tullahoma property, this building will feel immediately familiar. The overall layout, the room design, and many of the public spaces are almost identical, showing that Hilton has developed a very clear blueprint for the brand. And of course, everything still feels absolutely brand new. From the lobby to the guest rooms, you can tell this hotel has only recently opened. In general, LivSmart Studios isn't designed for a quick overnight stay. Instead, Hilton created the brand specifically for those staying 10 nights or longer, whether that's for business projects, relocation, construction work, or simply an extended visit. That philosophy becomes obvious when you look at the honors points you get here. Only 3 per US dollar spent, which is the lowest among all Hilton brands. But you get 3,000 points for every 10 nights, incentivizing you to stay longer. It also becomes apparent in the room. Instead of the usual hotel setup, you get something that feels much closer to a small studio apartment. Every room includes a fully equipped kitchen with a full-size fridge, dishwasher, microwave, cooktop, sink, and all the cookware and utensils you need if you're here for several weeks and prepare your own meals. Personally, I really like the overall design. It's modern, clean, and very simple. Nothing feels overly decorative, but it still manages to look welcoming. The bed is comfortable, the small dining table doubles perfectly as a workspace, and there are plenty of smart storage solutions. Besides the open wardrobe, you'll also find additional storage underneath the bed, making it much easier to unpack properly instead of living out of a suitcase. I also appreciate the power outlets, which include both USB-A and USB-C ports, which is something I always like to see. One of the biggest differences compared to a traditional hotel is housekeeping. Instead of daily room service, LivSmart offers access to a supply room where you can pick up fresh towels, clean bed linens, and even cleaning supplies whenever you need them. At first glance, this might simply look like a cost-saving measure for Hilton. And let's be honest, it probably is, but for longer stays, I actually think it creates a surprisingly different atmosphere. Instead of somebody entering your room every day, you manage your own space, almost like you would at home. It gives the whole experience a much more residential feeling. And I actually found myself liking that concept more than I expected. And breakfast follows the same philosophy. Rather than offering a traditional breakfast buffet with a dining room full of tables, LivSmart provides a compact, self-service breakfast station. You simply grab what you want and either take it back to your room or head straight to work. It's a very practical solution that fits the target audience pretty well. If you're staying for several weeks, chances are you'll order something online at some point. And here they have a package station so you can get stuff delivered without a problem. The fitness center is bright and spacious and feels pleasant to work out in. However, I do think there's still room for improvement. Considering that many people stay here for longer periods, I would have loved to see a cable machine and some kind of multifunction leg machine. Those two additions would make it much easier to follow a complete training routine without leaving the hotel. One area where LivSmart really surprised me was the laundry room. Instead of throwing a couple of old washing machines in a random utility room, Hilton created a large, modern, and genuinely inviting laundry area. For $3 per load with a digital payment system, you can wash your clothes in a space that actually feels comfortable to spend time in. And finally, here's a small fun fact. The hotel offers EV charging stations. Interestingly, those charging spaces also double as accessible parking spaces. As someone who drives an electric car at home and who occasionally hears the joke from EV critics that driving an electric vehicle is apparently some kind of disability itself, I couldn't help myself but smile when I saw that combination. Overall, I think Hilton has created a very interesting new brand. And now, after I've stayed at every single LivSmart hotel in the world, which is only 2 out of 2, I can say I like the concept. It's less like checking into a hotel and more like moving into a temporary apartment. In the end, this property was barely any different from the one in Tullahoma. And that's exactly the point. You get a very consistent concept. Thanks for watching. Now, if you want to check out the video about the Tullahoma Hotel, click the video on the left. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more hotel reviews in the future.